I am a dropout.
So that makes it sound very bad.
Let's go back to the very beginning.
Give them backstory.
Okay, yes.
Because I'm a dropout too, technically. Bye.
Yes, we made it back.
I know.
So you guys are not going to drag us.
Was it hard to come back?
A little bit, just slightly.
How so?
Because the work, again, is still the same work, putting everything together, setting up. Or we're like, we gave you a promise, we have to keep it.
You people need to try living with the perfectionist. Oh my God. Like, so before we cut the video, we set up, and my husband is a perfectionist. So he makes sure that everything is in place, and he's like, like trying to fix things like 10 million times, and sometimes it just drags. But anyway, that's why the video comes out beautiful. So thank you.
You're welcome. So, I mean, we've also seen the engagement, which we're very excited about. We're like, is this going to work?
I know.
We're very glad we took that step. I know we normally give this advice at the end, but I guess we can share it now. Start, right?
Yeah. Start that bench.
Just start. Like, don't think too much about it. Just go ahead. And as a perfectionist, like my wife said, you have to be that person that says, you know what, let's start. And on the journey, we kind of course correct.
So. If a perfectionist tells you to start, you better start.
Yep.
I've got so much positive feedback from the last video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for commenting.
Absolutely.
I was there, like, replying at work. I was like, I don't know if I should be doing this, but I'm replying. But it's amazing. It's amazing.
And we're really excited with the engagement. So we're hoping that we get more of that, and then you guys keep showing up to watch what we have to say.
If you keep your promises to us,
we will do our best to keep our promises
Pinky promise?
to you. We're not pinky. There's no pinky right now. Okay. We're still learning. We're still figuring things out. So, but we'll do our best.
Okay.
We'll do our best.
Well, sure.
That's what we can promise,
yes,
right?
Sure.
So, what do we want to talk to them about today?
So many things.
Yep.
So many things.
I think the first thing is, what is this channel going to be about? Because there's a tendency for us to just do everything and then miss you, right? And we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we are very, very focused on specific things, and we wanted you to know what that was all about.
Yes.
What are some of the things we are not going to do?
We're not going to talk about cliche things that the typical YouTube couple would talk about. I know that sounds very, like, I'm sorry.
And we're not trying to be condescending.
Yeah, it's just
We've
like,
just realized that there's a lot of content already. Like, people are already doing a great job with that. And what are we talking about? Like,
and it's just not our vibe, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
what are we talking about?
I can't tell you 10 things I knew that it was the one for me. I'll lead you astray.
5 ways you know he's the one. 5 ways you know she's the one. There's a preponderance of that.
Like, if
already.
we start making that kind of content, know that we're broke.
Wait, yes,
And
okay, that's true.
We're hustling.
We've realized that we can't say this, don't worry. But if you see that we're going that route, it means that you guys are not watching our videos.
Yes,
that's what it means.
So please watch. Don't let us do things that cringe.
Yeah, but ultimately, I think the goal here is to make sure you are learning. You are following our journey. Once again, this is the fourth family, and if you don't even know what fourth stands for, maybe during the course of this video we'll tell you, and we'll explain why that's a big deal to us. But we want to make sure we stick to those fourth values in what we share with you.
For sure. Yeah. I think that, like, more specifically, what should they expect?
Yeah. So I would say, first of all, we plan to commit to practical conversations. So what are some specific things you need to know about finances, about relationships? Of course, we've told you the extremes that we're trying to avoid, but we still need to talk about relationships.
For sure.
Talk about,
it's part of the human experience.
Absolutely. The emotional intelligence, communication.
Did you say finances?
I started with finances.
Yes.
By the way, I think we're going to have a lot of finance conversations,
For sure.
because we've noticed a lot of people maybe struggle with that. We struggled with that at some point.
Like, I think that we have now come out on the other side. I mean, we're not rich yet, but I think that we've learned so many things that we are happy to share with you. And, as we make our journey through, like, this life, through this phase of our lives.
we'll share, and we hope it will be valuable information to you.
I know it will be valuable information.
By the way, this woman is loaded.
Let's not overpromise.
Okay, but we want to make sure we are able to provide value. So look out for that.
Yes.
I think also look out for conversations, like social conversations. There are things that are happening that some people desperately need a biblical perspective to.
People be doing nonsense out there in the world.
Yeah. And of course there will be things we maybe stay away from because we don't want controversy. That's not what we're after. But there are societal issues that we need to be able to address, and we want to give you a biblical perspective. So expect some of that kind of content.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And here's something we would love you to do as well. Anytime you feel like you have something that you'd like us to talk about, just go into the comments and put that there. We will consider it, and if we think it's really good, we'll make a video.
I'm reading the comments.
Yes.
So I'll see it and I'll bring it to his attention and we can deliberate.
And if you still haven't subscribed,
yes,
we want you to subscribe. So here's the thing, like we've been married for about 1,000.
That's a long time.
1,000 days. 1,000 plus days. Yes.
So wait, how many days are in a year? 365. Okay, that makes sense.
So
over 3 years.
I think it was 1,150 something days that we've been married for.
Wow.
And it would be nice if we had that number of subscribers by the next video. So okay. So that being said, I think we should share a little bit about what's been happening.
Yep. It has been, like my husband said, 1,054 days.
1,157.
57 days now. It's been a long time. And I believe that the last time we posted a video before the last one that we posted, of course, was about 1,057 days.
Yeah.
Right.
By the way, my wife looks so beautiful.
Thank you.
Her hair is lovely. She just, she does look very beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay, back to topic.
So, like my husband said, it's been 1,057 days since we got married, and that's a long time to be honest.
1,150.
Why do I keep missing? Did I miss the number?
Yeah.
Gosh, I can't count.
It's okay. You're good.
Does it feel that long to you?
Time moves very quickly. So it doesn't feel that long. But it also doesn't feel short.
I know. It feels like we've known each other for longer.
Yes.
But it also feels like we just met each other.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So how have those days been for you? How has those days been for you?
How have those days?
My first English was correct. English is hard, man.
It's hard anyway.
Yeah,
but yeah, how have
those
days been for you?
English is my first language, I promise.
Is it?
So, it is.
I know there's this language you had that's, well, it's not your.
With my
best friend.
No, that was stupidity. I'm sorry. Like whatever we're doing, I don't even think we understood the language.
They had this very creative way of communicating.
It was because we were gossiping. It's not communication, it's gossip. Yeah, but yeah, like the language, it makes sense. We didn't, like, there was no rules to the language, so it was whatever, it was vibes. But yeah, that's not my first language. English is my first language, and I guess Yoruba will be my second language, but I don't speak it very well, which is quite sad. But
yeah, and she speaks better than me, so just imagine what that looks like. Not too proud of that, but yeah, it's okay.
It's unfortunate, but we move.
Yep.
We'll learn. I think we can actually commit to learning. There's nothing we cannot learn if we put our minds to it.
This one is hard.
You give up.
Till I die, I won't give up. But let's see how it goes.
That doesn't sound very optimistic.
Okay, and that's actually what O in fourth stands for.
Yeah.
So I think I have to correct myself there.
Yeah. We always stay optimistic about our lives, about our learning.
I agree.
Things that matter.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. That's okay.
So yeah, but 1,150 something days. You asked me how has that been?
Yes, how have those days been for you?
And I was like, short and long.
Yeah.
It's somewhere very elastic. Very elastic. But it's been exciting. I think it's been exciting. Lots of interesting moments, lots of experiences that we could actually share. Like, for one, I am a dropout.
So that makes it sound very bad.
Let's go back to the very beginning.
Give them backstory.
Okay, yes.
Because I'm a dropout too, technically.
No. You didn't drop out fully. You just stepped back. right? The path you were
I guess
going
so.
on.
I didn't drop out.
Exactly.
I have something to show for my time in school.
Yes. So
but you don't.
Let's summarize that.
Unfortunately.
You were going for a PhD.
Yeah, I was
going
in a
for
PhD.
She was in a PhD program.
Yeah.
And she mastered out.
I was my third year, and I chose to leave the PhD with a master's degree.
Yes.
Yes.
To go into medical school.
Yes.
All right. So that's what that means.
Yes. So technically, I'm not a dropout.
You're not a dropout.
I just not
I
finished.
am a dropout.
You are a dropout.
Why am I a dropout?
I encourage you to drop out.
See?
I influenced you.
Choose your
Spouse
wives.
wisely, because they can make or mar your life.
Yeah, but
didn't mar your life.
No, it was a good decision.
I'm making it.
I was spending a lot on that degree, and I already had a master's.
So backstory, why did you even start a master's if you were spending a lot and you already had a master's? Like, it doesn't make sense.
We're in the United States of America, and we're international students. We were international students.
Lucky.
So one of the things you want to do is, like Romans 13 says, be a law-abiding citizen. So we wanted to make sure we follow the right path, and I wanted to make sure I followed the right path. So waiting to get my green card, permanent residency, I decided to give myself an opportunity to stay a little longer while that process was going on. So I had to go back to school again. And so it was a degree I didn't have any interest in. I just did it because... So when the permanent residency came out and I was approved, I just decided, there's no point paying money for something I'm not really excited about. But I still plan to go to school.
I know. But those days were tough.
They're very tough.
I remember when you had to do your assignment every Sunday night. It was crunch time. Every time. Blah, 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 blah. It was a lot. It was crazy.
A lot of
And then you would travel to school on Saturday.
Thank you for those times.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, you travel to school on Saturday and then you have to come back for church on
because
Sunday.
That degree, it was virtual, but they required that we were there physically.
Yeah.
And that was tough. So paying for the degree, paying for the
flight,
flight, paying for the hotel I would stay at.
That was a
for
lot
that full
of
day.
money.
Yeah. And some people actually are still going through this process.
I
So
know.
like stay strong.
My heart goes out to anyone in this process.
Yeah. But that's what I mean by I was a dropout.
Yeah. Okay.
But while I was dropping out,
I was making progress.
Talk about that.
That's sad. Anyway, let me stop mocking you.
I'm not mocked. God is not mocked. His children are not
I'm
mocked.
rubbing it in. I became a doctor. I know, but at this point, they're like, okay, we know. I know you know, but I have to say it, because if I don't say it, how will you know? It's an incredible achievement. I think, man, I'm incredibly proud of myself. Like I said, coming to America at 16 for this goal and seeing it come to pass, despite all the back and forth, all the ebbs and flows and all the roller coaster along the way. Somehow I'm still here, and God is so kind. I think that reflecting on this journey shows how merciful God is, the provision, because American medical school is expensive.
It is.
And somehow God made a way for this to happen, and I'm incredibly happy about it, and just really grateful to God. Yes.
So you became a doctor.
Yes.
In fact, let's go back, because one of the major things that also happened was I left Dallas, where I was living, and I saw this babe. She was going into med school, and it was a decision I had to make. Like, should I continue this relationship? And what that meant is move everything to be with her and be married there.
Yeah.
It was a tough decision.
Yeah, he struggled.
Because, of course, this is all I've known. Dallas is all I've known in the United States.
It was home for you, essentially. Like, you had big plans on your path to, establishing yourself very big in Dallas.
But I'm not going to lose her. I didn't think it was wise to... When I considered all things, I just said, yes, this is the right move. And that meant me moving. So I moved to the DMV area. So
specifically Maryland. Yeah.
And
how are you loving it?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I never thought I'd love the DMV, but I love it. New community, amazing people.
Yes. Beautiful city.
So much to
we are very
explore.
close to the seat of power, close to President Trump.
Yeah. But we don't see him. It's not like we see him on the street or anything.
It don't matter. We have access.
Where is the access?
I mean, we show up at the White House.
Yeah, but we have a lot of White House pictures, so that's a flex.
Yeah.
we don't even explore this
I know.
city as much.
I feel like we've been here and we haven't really done much in the city, but we have traveled outside of the city and even outside of the country. True. I think that.
So yeah, we've been to
Mexico with my little baby Spanish, poquito.
Yeah, she actually knows some Spanish. She learned it during her studies.
Yeah,
she did medical Spanish. She has to know how to speak to.
Because I have a lot of Spanish-speaking patients, and I think that a good way to establish therapeutic alliance is by speaking someone's language.
Yeah,
even if it's just hello, And before now, I was absolutely clueless.
Yep, me too. But now I know. ¿Cómo estás?
Está bien, ¿y tú? Muy bien.
Yeah, I was
I'm very good.
French. Muy bien. I was about to say.
I mean, like, I don't know.
Très bien. You know French. Ça va. Très bien.
Oh yeah.
So
I think that French and Spanish are very similar, and even though sometimes it just interferes in my head.
Yeah. I think it's because
that's not it. It's Spanish. This French separate.
Yeah, they have, and I may be wrong, but I think they have like etymological roots. It goes back to Latin. Yeah,
and as well as English.
Exactly. So there are a lot of similarities there. But I love languages, and I know a little Spanish now.
And a little Mandarin.
A little.
That's my flex. I tell my people, like, my husband speaks Mandarin. They're like, oh my god, is he Chinese? Nope, he's Nigerian. He's black, and they're very like surprised. And he actually surprises them when he just has to speak with them. He's like,
how that?
Proud wife. Yeah, I had a Chinese speaking patient the other day, and I think it was on Thursday, and the patient, I got there and I remember that, oh my god, Ernest speaks Chinese, I wish he was here. And then I turned on the interpreter and the interpreter was like, ni hao. I was like, I could have at least said that. I know that. But I didn't even say it.
It's good that you didn't, because what will you say after?
At least she would smile.
Oh, she smiled at you.
Yeah, and then like loosen up.
But
at the end of the day, she's like, she. Is it she?
That's thank you.
And I was like, I know that. I should have said that.
Don't worry, you have another
I have to learn more. You have to teach me like, hello, how are you? My name is.
Should we have an episode on that?
No, not for them, but like
not for you,
us,
for us. Okay.
Flow better at work. When I meet people of like that speak Chinese, I can easily speak with them.
Mission accepted.
Thank you.
I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
get your husband who is a polyglot.
I don't qualify as a polyglot.
How many languages do you have to speak to be a polyglot?
Poly
is many.
Sure.
How many are you speaking?
But when you say, let me ask you a question. When we say polygon, do you think of two? Or you think of
about 8?
More so let's respect ourselves. I know some people that speak 6, 7, 8 languages.
Yes.
Yeah, but great. Let's see. Let's not go off track.
So
travel.
We traveled to Mexico. We traveled to Nigeria.
We went to Canada.
I know that people are like, Nigeria. Okay, like, why is that such a big deal? But like, I remember that we went to Nigeria in 2024, and before that, I hadn't been to Nigeria in 8 years, and I left Nigeria 12 years ago, and I hadn't been back home in 8 years, and just landing back in Nigeria, I never knew that day was gonna happen, where I'd be able to leave America and come back a free person and be in Nigeria and be with my own family, my own husband, and explore, go to your family's house and just be there. And I think it was very, very wholesome. My soul needed it.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah, I remember just crying. I was like, I'm home. It was like sometimes like coming here as a teenager, leaving Nigeria so early. Sometimes I feel like I don't belong anywhere. It's like, where am I from? I when people ask me, where are you from? I say I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. But then when I was in Nigeria, it's like, okay, well, I don't even know if I belong here because like the culture is so different. I technically grew up in America because most of my formative years were here, like my 20s.
You came at 16, so that makes sense.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, well, I don't know, where do I belong? But that trip was very essential for me. I think it helped me be grounded more in my identity as a Nigerian and my roots, and it gave me a new zeal and zest for my dreams and my goals, because it brought me back to where I started from. Like, this is where you were from. Never forget that. Never lose sight of your beginning.
I just remembered some experiences in Nigeria. That's why I was smiling. You really enjoyed the time there, even though the first few days you were sick.
My body was like, nope.
Where am I? What is this?
My body was shocked. I had rashes from just exposure to the water. I had like an asthma flare from all the dust and smoke and like terrible chest pain. It was terrible. But home is home.
It is. That's good to reflect on. So Nigeria, Mexico,
and Canada. I went to meet my nephew when he was
born.
That was so precious.
Can we say his name? We can.
I don't know if it's precious.
Amazing, amazing nephew.
Amazing young man.
Very intelligent.
So smart, so smart. And he's only 16 months.
Yeah.
He knows all the parts of his body. He can say uncle, auntie.
Yes.
He can say outside. Smart. He can say all the things he wants to eat, like water, milk, egg, banana, everything. Like, he's so smart. I don't know. He's incredible.
Yeah, and one thing I learned recently is that you can actually, now every baby is different, every child is different, but you can intentionally get your child to a point where they're actually engaging with you. And the trick apparently is starting to talk to them early. Don't think they're too young to understand what you're saying.
Talk.
Yeah, so just talk to them like real human beings.
Because they're real human beings.
Yeah, and then they'll pick up on everything.
Yeah.
And I think that was something that your sister did very well.
She did that very well.
And I validated this because someone else said they did the same and they're having the same result. But again, I know that child
results
development
may vary.
Consult your doctor.
Speak to your doctor. Results may vary.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. But that's cool. Like, I mean, there's a lot more within the past 3 years. One other thing.
We planted the church in the DMV.
I knew that there was something there. So this is a very interesting story because I came to the DMV because of my wife. But while I did that, it wasn't just a smooth transition. I still had to go back to Dallas because of work. And I'd already started thinking, how am I going to fully move? Because it wasn't a completely remote job.
Yeah.
So how was I going to fully move? And long story short, God made a way where I was able to switch to another role where I could move locations from the West Coast, where Dallas is, to the East Coast. And in the East Coast is, where she's in school, DC. And Maryland is not far away. So the plan was, we're going to settle there, you continue school, and I start working. But this job took me to New York, which is still in the East Coast, but the flexibility was better. Like, I mean, Dallas to
DC was like 3 hours on a plane.
More than 3 hours on a plane.
Yeah.
But from
New York to DMV was like 3 hours on a train.
On a train. Very different. Trust me.
Like, the price point's different.
Yeah. So
the experience is different. Yeah,
and transportation too was subsidized, so it was easy for me to do that. So while all of this was happening, the lead pastor of our church was already thinking about having a church in the DMV area, and so he reached out to me, and he was just like, "Oh wow, how is this happening? There's so much to talk about in that, the providence of God, the wisdom of God."
Because mind you, I chose my medical school before I met him. Like, I chose the school because I got multiple acceptances into medical school. Like, if you're not familiar, I will talk to you about that later. But essentially, I got into multiple medical schools, and I had a dream that I was supposed to come to the medical school here in DC, which I did, and I made that choice before I met you.
Yeah.
And somehow, the choices I made before I met him
lined up
perfectly in God's plan to establish his church in the DMV.
It's the providence of God. It's clearly the providence of God.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things in our lives that we thought we were just making decisions, not knowing that we were kind of like, it's called the tapestry of grace. Like, we're knitting, and we don't realize that it's like a small part of a full blanket story that God is weaving. It's so beautiful.
And I think that is it just makes me know for sure that I'm in the will of God.
Yeah.
I never doubt my position in God's will for my life, because I know that, like, these things are things I could never have planned or orchestrated.
Yeah.
And so when I worry and question, like, oh, what is going to happen? It's like, well, God has ordered everything to this point.
Yeah. To this moment. Yeah. You were not even it's not like you were super smart at every stage
to make the right decisions,
to know what to do, but just
I didn't even have any insight. It was just like I was making decisions that favored me, or that seemed to favor me, and somehow they just fit perfectly.
Yeah. And this is something a lot of Christians need to learn. A lot of Christians are hyper fixated on, how do I make sure I'm in the will of God? And we hardly see that approach in scripture. We just see people loving God, obeying him, and supernaturally they find themselves where they need to be at the time they need to be there.
For sure.
And you just have to be that person who trusts in the grace of God.
Yeah.
Of course, don't be lazy. So do all the things you know to do, but don't get too crazy into like, I need to be in the specific place at the specific time and try to work it out.
Yeah.
It just becomes a disaster. But just trust God and let him do the work that he loves to do best. Put us where we need to be
Per time.
for his glory.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah.
That's so profound. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. What else has happened? I think
there are other like little moments of like enjoyment and like passion and intimacy, things that have like built us in this process.
We've grown.
Learned a lot.
We've grown.
We've learned a lot. We've learned a lot.
We've learned about each other.
Yes.
We've learned about our quirks, but also like the best parts of ourselves.
Yes.
And I think we're learning how to work with our strengths.
Yes.
So we don't have unrealistic expectations of each other.
No.
We're just very cool. We don't put it on our heads.
There's like an acceptance that we have for each other.
Yeah, Dara is Dara.
Yeah,
and
Ernest is
Ernest.
Like, yeah, he comes with his quirks. It's Ernest.
That's how Ernest but we're still one flesh.
Yes.
So we're still one flesh. We enjoy that, but we have our individuality.
Yes.
I remember
it was in your vows.
It was in my vows. I said it.
You said that you ensured that you will keep our individuality even in the oneness that we're creating.
God is
helping us to do it.
I remember
those words. It like plays in my head a lot of times. Actually, today I was thinking about it in the bathroom and like, wow, he's living up to his vows.
Just get it think.
Yeah, I think about your vows a lot because I try to see like, are you living up to your vows? Like, are you measuring? Because I do the same for myself too because like I don't want to fail in my promises to you.
Yeah.
So from time to time I review my vows. I like read my vows and see like, am I actually living out?
No, this is a big one.
Am I actually living out like,
how many
what
people,
I promised to you?
Yeah, how many people actually, if you're married, how many people actually go back and say, I said this?
Yeah, I think people just it just
so
ends on the wedding day. Like, oh, those were words I wrote in an emotional moment and said, but like those were promises you made to this person, and it's your responsibility to make sure that you live up to them. And I try to. It's very hard because I mean, it's like you read all these things and then somebody comes and they're showing you like parts of themselves that you didn't really. What are you drinking? Okay, it's not empty. I was about to say, what is happening here?
It's not drama. It's actually something.
Or anyway, like different parts of themselves that sometimes like you're just like a little shocked by. But again, like when you said I do, you said I do to all of those other things, and somehow you have to figure it out. And I think it's been a beautiful journey with you figuring out those things. And
I've loved every moment with you as well.
I have to.
Yeah,
I have to.
Getting mushy.
Cutie.
Yeah. One other thing is, I think in the area of growth, we've learned also how to manage finance better.
Yep.
Which I think would be something we'll talk
for sure
about.
For sure.
And we've learned how to navigate our families, our extended families.
Yeah.
Right. One of the things is she was shocked about how seemingly infrequent my communication with my parents was.
No bueno.
Because she speaks to her parents every single day. She's always on the phone.
Every day.
I'm that person who's like, Shewakpa, you're good. All right, mommy.
You say Oluwafemi,
you're good. Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah, I mean we text. But the call. So she was like, "Is it that you don't love your family? Don't they love you?" She was worried, and similar experience with like my
calling your family every day. Why are you calling your family every day?
So we found a way to make that work. I've also adjusted, so I won't say that I've just been I've not been that person who says I don't know how to call, I'm going to remain the same. I've tried.
I think I still don't call my family as often as I used to be honest. I think
I'm a bad influence.
No, it's not you. I think I just also got busy and like more things to manage, used to like fill up my time, but also like I don't need to be talking to them every single day because like why?
Yeah.
Let's be productive. Yeah. But I mean, it's all been positive over here. No negativity. I mean, of course, there are things that have come up that we have had to work on and refine ourselves in. But overall, positive experience. 10 over 10, I recommend.
And I'm glad that it's something we can say. Like, if things are not going well, like, we want to also be able to say, like, and I think we can genuinely say, we're in a good place, and it's not because of our wisdom. It's definitely because God is keeping us
God's grace.
Yeah, but I'm glad that's what we get to see, right? So
thank God. Can you share something you've been learning in this season before we wrap up?
Okay, I've been learning to be patient with myself. And
that was my lesson from the last video.
Yeah, and I actually have been living that out.
Yeah,
realizing that growth takes time and change takes time.
Yeah.
So if there's anything that there's a struggle you have with, or you're dealing with something, or maybe just you've been trying to get something done and it's not moving the way you want to, it's okay to just be patient and allow yourself to breathe. I think there's a way you can be so adamant in making things work that you miss every other thing.
And fixated.
You get very fixated on the problem and you miss like the goodness of God and everything else that is working. So I think that's something I'm learning, especially like practically speaking, you know, just sometimes I get not overwhelmed, but awe-struck when I see the grandiose nature of the call that we have, right? Ministry and caring for the lives of people. I look at myself, I'm like, am I equipped to do things at the level I really want to? I feel that a lot. I feel the burden of caring for people, serving them, being a servant like Jesus was, not being fake, being real, putting in the work. I feel that burden a lot, you know. Sometimes I share with my wife, sometimes I just sit down in my own silent space and I keep getting reminded that, hey, be patient. Number one, you're not Jesus.
Yeah.
That's the first thing to recognize. Number two, you're not alone. Jesus is with you on the journey. So I'm learning that a lot now.
And I think that your humility is something I really appreciate. I see your humility. It doesn't sound like it's directly related to this, but I just see your heart and your humility in everything that you do. And it's something that I really appreciate and I hope to emulate. So, yeah, you're a good example. I think you're a great Christian.
Thank you.
Yeah. Something that I'm learning in this season is trying to differentiate being busy for being fruitful. Right? And
it's about to get deep.
I mean, it's not like super deep, but it's just like how sometimes we measure the productivity of our lives from the
number of things you're doing.
Exactly, like how packed your calendar is, right? Like, oh, I have this task and that task and that task, and you're thinking that, oh, if I'm doing all of these things, my life is productive. And at the end of the day, if you're super exhausted, then I must be productive. But then I'm thinking, like, is that what it really means to be productive? At the end of the day, something that I bring myself back to is that the activities that I'm doing, the things that keep me occupied and busy, how do they directly impact me and help me become the person I want to be? How do they directly contribute to making me Dara, the person that Dara wants to become? And if I can directly identify, like, there's a thread between what I'm doing and who I hope to be, I keep doing it because it means that it's not just productive, but it's actually fruitful. It's making results. But if it's just another thing that occupies my time and there's no direct correlation, I think that's like, it's like an obvious sign that it's something you need to drop and shouldn't be existing on your calendar or something that you actually, you know, entertain as much as possible. And I'm going through that process in my head, like, and I'm just like trying to reflect and think on all the things that I do day to day and trying to ensure that things I'm actually committing myself to are contributing to the overall goal of my life.
I have a visual representation of what you just described. It's like, if anyone knows darts, the game darts, with this circle, with all these concentric circles, and it's not just about throwing as many darts as you have, it's about hitting the target. Point. So you can have like 100 things thrown and you feel, wow, I'm productive, but you're not hitting what you need to.
Exactly.
But someone else is hitting that with maybe like three or four, and they're productive and they're doing exactly what they need to do.
And that person is more
productive than the person who is
fruitful,
consistently throwing.
And you don't have to be super busy and super jam-packed to be living a fruitful, productive life. Like creating more time for rest and things that actually contribute to your goal is more valuable than doing 1 million things just because you can.
But how do we balance that with because sometimes productivity actually requires multiple attempts, because
Of
we
course,
still
like,
tell
if
people
if
keep trying.
and the goal is it's leading towards something.
Right.
So if your trials are leading towards something,
So
then keep
you are
trying.
aiming at
Yes.
the right place,
Yes.
and you may not hit it all the time.
Exactly.
But you
But
probably
you know
have
that-
fewer shots.
Yes, you are
compared
aiming. There's an aim.
Okay.
Versus just like, anyhow, there's no goal. I think that having that like goal is what keeps you centered and helps you all the trials not like be misplaced and random. You know?
100%. Okay, I think this is a good place to stop. I hope you found value from this conversation.
I hope so too.
We're gonna be here again, like we said. We'll keep trying. We want you to equal our energy.
Yep.
Please bring it on
Let's
for us.
collaborate.
Yeah.
Have a good
Yep.
rest
Take
of your
care.
day.
First family here. Bye.